Mr. Chairman, I thank the witness for joining us today. The ACA required that state-based exchanges be self-sustaining on or after January 1st of 2015, at which point, according to CMS, states can no longer use grant funds to cover maintenance and operating costs. And yet, as you heard earlier today, according to the GAO report, the greatest challenges that states with state-based marketplaces face are 1, inadequate staff, and 2, inadequate funding. And you answered a question earlier, and in that question you said this. You said state-based exchanges are doing better than federal exchanges. So given that the GAO report says that the state-based exchanges are having problems, that doesn't foretell good news for the federal exchange. Continuing, according to the GAO, none of the state-based exchanges were fully operational in all the required functional categories as of February 2015. You heard that from Ms. Blackburn's question. 4 state-based exchanges have already transitioned to the federally facilitated marketplace because they failed to be self-sustaining. So my question is this: how many more state exchanges do you expect to make to fail to make the transition to the federal exchange?
I believe what I said earlier was that states have been even more successful at reducing the uninsured rate. The national average has been about 45%. States that have state-based exchanges have done about 47%. So I think both successful. States even more so. All the states.
Okay, let's go to my question.
Okay.
So, do you expect more state exchanges to fail to make the transition to the federal exchange?
So all the states have access to a source of their own funding, either through an assessment that they have on the health insurers in their state.
So, are you saying no state exchanges are going to fail?
I'm saying all states currently have sources of funding. Now, because it's a dynamic world, we do an evaluation at least twice a year.
Okay, based on those evaluations, how many state exchanges do you expect to be unsustainable and to fail and move to the federal system?
Well, I can't predict who's going to come into the federal exchange, in large part because there's a lot of factors, including their own decision about whether or not they want to maintain. So
let me continue. Given this trend, do you think that self-sustainability is and always has been a serious situation facing these exchanges, the state exchanges?
So as I said, as of today, all the states are sustainable. Whether they will be in the future, I'm not willing to predict, but as of today, they are.
Well, I don't